Welcome back to Take 3, ladies and gentlemen, and it is time for us to get into the conversations that are making the rounds on social media especially. A fresh twist has emerged in the ongoing marital crisis between actress Regina Daniels and her husband, Senator Ned Nwoko. Now, Daniels has claimed on social media that Nwoko ordered the arrest of her elder brother and sister just days after the actress reportedly filed for divorce, citing domestic violence. In response to her claims, Nwoko accused Daniels of substance abuse, an allegation she has since denied. Now, taken to Instagram, the 24-year-old actress tearfully called for public help, claiming her siblings were detained as part of an attempt to force her into rehab. Now, the situation has sparked massive online debate, as you must have seen as well, with fans and Nigerians urging authorities to step in and clarify the facts surrounding the high-profile dispute. But before we talk, Rita Daniels, who is Regina's mom, was caught on camera saying a few things. Let's watch this. Okay, so we're definitely going to come back to that video, but a public marital crisis is something no one wants to see, but this one is something else. Regina's brother has also been sharing a few things on his Insta stories. You know, we'll take a look at that, right? But what do you guys make of these situations? I mean, I'm going to also, you know, pull that up here so that we can also talk about it.
The thoughts about a public cry, do the public really care? I mean, from the moment they got married back when she was 19.
Yes, and she was 19.
Can we talk about the 38 to 40 years gap between, depends on the reports?
Because it was 59 at the time, now it's 64. Well, that's the age we have.
So I'm saying, when we put out a lot out in the public, you know, the public never, we were not there at the wedding. You know, so now you're asking that we step in to do what exactly? I think we might have to ask her mom to step in, you know?
We probably do. Exactly. But in the meantime, let's take a listen to the mom. Let's watch this.
Wow.
You wanted somebody with high star so they can boost your falling star. You wanted a high star to boost your falling star. I swallowed it, I kept quiet. I was covering you. Now you said you have the same way you went up, you will come down. If you think you can bite the finger that fed you, you will go. People say money. Which money? Which money? Because you're covering you. Regina will come out by Odogu. You are making it to feel like feel funky. When you're going for election, how much did Regina give to you?
50K.
How much did Regina give to you? $50,000.
$50,000.
That's not the contract and gave to you to support your election. Then the people are saying that is it choice? And the one I supported you with. All my resources right inside your election. You are because people are saying that because of they're gold digger. What digger? Because I cover your shame. Go and see Ned Nwoko students if they're looking like billionaire students. Have you not seen it?
Mom, we have seen it too.
So that was what mommy had to say.
Wow. I'm in shock first off, because 50,000, where
did Regina get that?
I know she's an actress, but I didn't know they pay that much in Nollywood.
Oh, please. That's a lot of money.
I just want to know where.
So you want to live Take 3 to...
Please, guys.
So that we can, you know...
I'm putting out a public appeal. Where are they auditioning for $50,000?
Stop. But I'm looking at this and thinking, this is a mess.
Yes,
when am I going to stop putting family matters, personal matters on social
media?
Because now I'm looking at this, all I'm thinking about is this is chaotic. And to be honest, I remember that Ned had come out talking about a few weeks ago about how he's sorry for a man who doesn't have more than one wife. Let me cross my leg, because sorry for him. I mean, my drama is not in the news.
Yes.
You know, I don't have nobody trying to drag me. I'll get 50,000, but I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy.
But I think we should start this way as well, because we know that Regina's marriage to Ned Nwoko has always raised questions about power and influence, given the wide age gap. You understand what I'm saying? You mentioned it.
Between 38 to 40, we need to be sure how old he is.
Well, he's 64 now. Based on what I found out, he's 64 now, but people claim that he's probably older than that.
You know, it's so interesting. I was reading something, and apparently she had put out a statement at some point when people were talking about the marriage, right? Because she was 19. Most people are thinking, why? Why marry so young and, you know, with a man? So she says, I don't think I could have married someone of my age because I'm pretty stubborn. I don't know what he didn't know who he thought he's marrying.
Was getting into.
He didn't know. Sixth is he says
goodness.
because my head is not down, but with my husband. That is not the case because I respect him a lot. I think they've thrown respect out the window.
No,
at this
respect
point.
is out the window right now.
Now I want to ask, she's claiming that she married the man so that he could tame her. Father or husband?
Well,
What role is he supposed to be playing?
She wants him to take the role of a father as well.
But it's also funny because this same video where she came out and claimed domestic violence, you know, it was so hard for us to watch. But I remember she was saying, and if I remember clearly the video, she was saying, in my father's house, I'm a queen. You know, but in Ned Nwoko's house, I am nothing. Yeah. And I mean, apparently she doesn't cook in the house, so I don't know why she feels like she's nothing.
She probably doesn't. But I mean, netizens are dragging the mom right now on social media that she allowed Regina to marry Ned Nwoko, that she said yes to that marriage. But based on some of the stuff that the brother posted, it was Regina's idea. She insisted. Even the brother said he argued against it, that no, you can't marry this man, but she insisted. And I think that's why Blessing CEO also made a video. She put out a video on social media talking about how, why are people insulting Regina's mom and whatnot, that do we know what being a rebel means at a very young age, you know?
At the end of the day, right, she chose to get in, no problem. Let's leave the mother alone. And now I believe she's choosing to get out. I want to celebrate that because, again, I remember, what's her name, Yvonne had come out, of course, a few weeks ago when the video came out, saying that as someone who's experienced, you know, abuse in a relationship, Yvonne was like, you know what, Nigerians, this girl has to leave, you know, and anyone who is in such a relationship should make sure that they leave because you don't deserve that. That is not love. Right. And now I'm looking at the track record of this man's wonderfully controversial marriages, because apparently Regina is his sixth. And did we mention that she was 19 at the time? Do you know that apparently he has a child for his first wife, who apparently is older than the Regina is married to last? God that big.
May God help us.
God that big.
But here are some of the posts by the brother Sweezy on social media. This one, it says, constantly forcing your wives to post. You were enjoying the fame and they were being backlashed. Is devilish. Your selfishness has eaten deep that you do not care. Since she stopped posting, she became a drug addict. Barrister joining heads together. Instagram, they really turn Ekma on. Sue me too, or sue me. I beg you to sue me. I mean, he wrote a whole lot of stuff. He said, speaking to me and doing otherwise is diabolical. Police beating Sammy, I think that's one of their brothers, currently at Ogombo police station. This media will scatter because everyone should be ready to face the consequences of their actions. You won't eat your cake and have it. You want your wife back. Is it with violence? I repeat, if anything happens to any of my siblings, hold Ned Nwoko responsible. You want oppressors or you won't clear your name. I'm a preacher of peace, but if war come, no wahala. You know, it just went on and on and on about this.
Do you know what this has me thinking?
What?
There was a time on social media where, so when Regina got married at that age, everybody's like, excuse me? This is who you chose to get married to? And XYZ. Fast forward to a couple years later, everyone and their mommy and their daddy was saying, not only Regina Daniels advised me for relationship matter. Do you understand?
Yes, there was that.
And so now everybody's like, oh, maybe not. Now this is my issue. This is my issue with them bringing this drama to social media. I understand that it's a cry for help, but did you people not see the dysfunction in the marriage before it got to this point? Because this didn't happen overnight. I don't believe that this marriage all of a sudden in the past, because this entire story, this saga has lasted less than a month, right? So you're not telling me that someone that got married in 2019, between 2019 and now, they just woke up in the past month and all of a sudden it went haywire. I mean, this is my problem. Her family members, as far as I'm concerned, they do not have her best interest at heart.
Because they allowed it in the first place.
You let it get to this point. First and foremost, nobody gets to give the excuse that, oh my God, my 18-year-old child was rebellious and then I let her marry somebody that should be her father.
We all know it's because of the money though.
Excuse me?
The private jets and the trips and everything. So when she was no.
Thank you. When she was taking pictures and everybody was envious. The mother was dancing at her wedding.
That reminds reminds me, recently there was an issue, right? And she posted something about my marriage is a crisis or something of sorts, just a few months ago, early this year. Let me just say early this year, right? And in fact, maybe the next day or 2 days after, she started posting stuff about I would rather cry in a Ferrari than be happy in a tricycle.
Thank you very much.
Now that this is out, people are wondering, are we sure you're not going to come in 2 days or 3 days and say you'd rather cry in a Ferrari?
You know?
Well, now that she's crying in the Ferrari, why is she asking me for tissue? I need I need to understand. You said it's better to cry in the Ferrari. You are now crying.
Please cry.
In the Ferrari. You have not come to social media that I should give you tissue. Why?
You know,
give me a ride in your Ferrari.
The signs were off from the beginning. I remember he had, was in an interview, talked about how they had only known for 3 weeks before they got married.
Yes, he
said he gets married to all his wives within the same time frame.
Same pattern.
This is creepy. I'm
You
sorry that
want
this
to
is
get
very
into
creepy.
a relationship with someone and you have no idea of the pattern of their relationship or their
Apparently,
marriage.
he says he doesn't believe in dating. He literally says he doesn't believe in dating, and that's why it was not necessary that he went beyond 3 weeks.
Guys, it's giving points and
But you know, this is crazy because there are kids involved. I think that's where I become a little more. I mean, they got 2 kids between what? 2 years apart, if I'm sure.
Yeah, 2020 and 2022.
I'm like, God, I beg. God, I beg. Nah.
I am short of words at this point.
And when I think about it, for a man who said that, you know, he believes in, it's how do you put that thing? Keeping the family. Oh my goodness, I remember how he said that.
Managing
his home.
I'm like,
there's a balance and stability.
Exactly.
There's a balance and stability.
He said men that marry one wives are standing on one leg.
Yeah.
6
Congratulations
wives
to him.
and 21 children. And if you do a backstory, apparently, it's not the first time there's been controversy. Apparently, with the 4th wife, who is Moroccan, by the way, he has a thing for Moroccans because he has 2 Moroccan wives. Did you guys know?
Yeah, Lily
so
and the...
Apparently, back in 2023, him and Layla, who is the 4th wife, they split because there was this talks about infidelity.
Yeah.
She came back, apologized, and that's one drama. Remember, even when Regina was just dating, she posted a picture with him and said legit. And guess what? The 5th wife, the one before her, had come out and said, keep using voodoo on my husband, remember? And says, it says, they come on it to end dates where you will be disgraced soon. She was really ranting on socials. He said, it's not legit, that it's voodoo. He says, you can't even cook. And you complain that we're 7 years. I'm like, so this is not the first time we're getting drama from the Nwoko family. So I guess we either sign up for keeping up with the Nwokos or we don't.
It's a reality TV show at this point.
Exactly. Maybe that's what we should do. They should subscribe. Somebody needs to give them a deal, a TV deal. Also,
did you watch the show?
No. Also, I hear that she has a new house.
Oh, yes. She mentioned it because she said she had to get a house for herself and a family.
Here she has a new house.
Now she has a new house.
We're grateful that, she milked, that she, was able to allocate some funds for herself.
Amass the wealth and get things for herself.
From what we hear, according to her mother, she's the one sponsoring Ned Nwoko's political career.
They said it now because she didn't win.
She has the house.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're just getting started on the show. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the new Grammy category. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Still Take 3. Now, on to our next story. I want to know what really defines a music award category and why does it matter? The buzz is on again as people are once again discussing the decision of the Recording Academy to split the Best Country Album category into 2. Best Traditional Country Album and Best Contemporary Country Album. On paper, it seems like a fair update, an effort to better capture the full range of country music. But fresh debate is on among artists and fans about how the Grammys define, separate, and celebrate genres. So here's the question. Is this truly about musical diversity, or is there something deeper at play, maybe even racial or cultural undertones, in how the Academy decides which sounds and which artists belong where? Now, don't forget that the announcement came after Beyoncé's historic Grammy Award for Best Country Album for Cowboy Carter. She was the first Black artist to ever take home that prize. So let's talk about it, guys. Do you think that this is musically motivated, or are there undertones? Are they cultural or racial undertones?
Take off my glasses.
Oh my God, guys, Sam is passionate about this.
I think there's a little bit of undertone to it, but I also think that this divide can be problematic and maybe progressive as well, right? Because Beyonce's win was supposed to reinforce, that segregation of black country or white country, so you're dividing it. So Beyonce winning it was supposed to give us a unified stage. Do you understand? But now that you're splitting it to best country, contemporary or whatnot, it's giving us that division that we were supposed to take off because of Beyonce's win.
But guys, here's the thing.
Right.
This isn't the only category in the Grammy Awards that is split. So with Latin music, we have, I think, Latin Pop Album of the Year, and we have, Music Urbana Album of the Year, Musical Urbana Album of the Year. So are we really sure that maybe this isn't just a way to embrace the evolution of music?
So here's my
country
concern.
music
Here's
in
my
particular.
concern, right? Great that we're seeing the evolution. Great that we're having more inclusion. I mean, David became a member of the voting,
category and all.
I'm like, I get it. But sometimes these decisions now make it seem like you could have done this years ago. You could have. Is Beyonce the first black person that could have won, that could have been recognized in that category, could have been acknowledged? No. But now, because you had no choice but to give Beyonce, because how dare you not? You know what I mean? I mean, you remember even for Beyonce, she stood there and was like, oh, I'm shocked, knowing well that this...
That was a meme for the longest.
Are you people sure you are giving me with your chest? Now, not because, God forbid they're going to say, white people are better at this, black people are better than this. No, it's music, right? And music is universal. She speaks to the heart, to the soul.
Absolutely.
So anybody, irrespective of their color, where they're from, how they look, should have the chance to win and be properly credited. But now, because Beyonce won, now you're not saying, now that she has won,
let's find a way to divide it.
Let's satisfy people.
Sorry to cut you there, Sam, but the Recording Academy claims that this has been in the works for 3 years.
It takes 3 years? Yeah.
To create a category?
You mean a woman would have conceived after the husband has done the work.
And the baby is almost 3?
And you are here just to agree.
So are we saying that this is a timing issue?
Yes.
Are we saying that it's just poor timing? That maybe the reason it is as controversial as it is right now is, why did you wait for Beyonce?
Yeah. You know what's funny? I mean, we could drag the Grammys for much longer than this. Now, remember, there are a lot of people who disagree with certain things about the Grammys. I mean, think about it. It was world and global album, world album category. And then they're like, oh, you know what? Well, it's not, the Nigerians are popping. Okay, fine, let's now create the Afrobeats category. Well, I'm like, Afrobeats is more than, they will not say tomorrow in 3 years' time, because it can't be tomorrow. We now know that they're slow. It's not going to be like, wow, now best Amapiano. Which is why a lot of people now I say, let's not watch this, let's not stress our time. If not that we know that they need us, now then they rush Afrobeats. Yeah. If not, we will not stress our life with them.
But also a number of country artists did come out when Beyonce won.
Yes.
To say that this is not, it wasn't real country. So could it be that there was pressure from behind the scenes to say, who knows, like people who are probably, high power players
insiders
in the industry, because they say that these type of changes come as a result of proposals from members of the Recording Academy.
That's why
maybe it goes back to pressure.
That's why change should happen quickly. Like shouldn't take 4 years to make things happen, because guess what? Those people who are complaining now, who have always been entitled to this category now, are so used to it, like I said, entitled. They feel like Beyonce winning, wow, this is shaking up our industry, our world. No, that album was well deserving of it. And if anything, Beyonce should have won certain categories many years before now. You know what I mean? People should have been acknowledged many years before now. Afrobeat should not have been now. Because
that was just many years ago.
Do you also think that this sort of, I feel like this sort of robs other people, right? Because here's what I imagine happened in that scenario. Beyonce wins this category and no black artist has ever won it. I feel like in that moment, a lot of black country artists, they felt like, oh my God,
we get a chance.
Somebody opened the door. And now I get to go down history and, I'm going to be the first person in my lineage to say, oh my God, I won XYZ. And now it feels like they've robbed them of that opportunity. It feels like segregation of some sort.
Should I tell you why?
That's why I mentioned the reinforcing the segregation part earlier.
Do you know why it's so important? Inclusion in award ceremonies are so big, because look at it. After Beyonce did win and drop that, do you know how many country projects, albums were dropped? Now think about it. Shaboze dropped a country project. Post Malone dropped a country project. So there was this inspiration. Everyone was spurred, like, you know what? This is a genre I used to enjoy. Who says I can't sing like Dolly Parton?
Now put it in the work.
I want to do it. Because why? There was inclusion. But we shouldn't take 3 years to heavenly put something in place. Jesus.
So here's a quote from the Recording Academy CEO, Harvey Mason Jr. He says that the Academy's top priority is to represent the music people that we serve each year. That entails listening carefully to our members to make sure our rules and guidelines reflect today's music and allow us to accurately recognize as many deserving creators as possible. As we kick off another exciting Grammy season, we look forward to celebrating the amazing power of music and its ability to bring so many people together. I don't want to be, not to be a hater here, but all of this just sounds like fluff.
Well,
there doesn't seem to be a concrete reason. There doesn't seem to be a concrete, just a cogent reason why this category was split. It really is given segregation. It's very, very tone deaf, if you ask.
You know what? I know that there's a big controversy now, but I'm waiting. Because November, they dropped nominations lists.
They said on the 7th.
We've seen a lot of Afrobeat stars, incredible around the world, you know, put out projects, you know, and of course us to be considered. So we want to see if there's going to be any more reason to boost because we're ready to fight. We're ready to fight because we're tired of seeing us being nominated in categories that are exclusively for Africans or for global. No, if Ira Star sings a pop song, it should go head to head with pop artists around the world. But you know what? Let's not keep dragging them. Let's calm down. We're taking you inside an exclusive album listening session. Of course, I had fun with Dem Camp. Plus, we sit down with a top music exec to talk about the evolution of Afrobeats. Has virality replaced real content in today's sound? Stick around, you don't want to miss any part of it. We'll be right back after this. Of course, I had such a great time at the Dem Camp, listening party. First of all, I mean, everyone was there. I wish I was telling Kate, you better pull up. I know. But you were enjoying the Afro. We're going to, of course, bring you all the deets and everything that happened. And Afrobeats is on fire right now. And the Dem Camp, the project, I don't know, the way they chose the title, they did answer my question of why they chose that as a title. But let's watch this.
Guys, Sam Daddy outside. We're super excited to be here. I'm a huge fan of Dem Camp. And hey, they called us out for exclusive listening to their latest project. This one's called Africa Magic. I'm excited. Let's find out how fans are feeling. Let's have a turn time. I want to ask about Dem Camp. How would you describe their music? One word.
Very, very strong traditional rap, I guess. I feel like what I like about them is that they have a good perspective, very core fan base, and they've stuck to it.
It's soulful, it's calm, it's vibes. I would say it's pretty calm too, like it's relaxing, it's chill. Like I feel like if I'm cleaning on a Sunday, I listen to Dem Camp.
I think a lot of people would say very niche, I agree, but also very, very classical, very genius level. I'm a huge fan and I'm here to support them.
What would you rate the genre?
9.
9?
Yeah. I give it a 9 too, to be honest.
9 out of 10.
8.
Why would you say 8?
It's not necessarily my favorite genre.
I feel like Afrobeat as a genre is very solid. I think it's very, very good.
I'm feeling good, man. We're happy to be here. Yeah, it's a good crowd. Everybody came out to support us.
Because what we're doing is we're paying homage to the special magic we as Africans possess. It's African music, amapiano, hip-hop now, see what Black Bones and Odumodu are doing. All our music is popping, you understand? And I think that we're only going to keep getting better and better.
Guys, I gotta be honest, a time was had. If you're a fan of Dem Camp, you're gonna love this project. If you're not, what are you even doing? Besides, we're expecting Dirty December. I think it's gonna be fantastic to enjoy. Afrobeats of the world and African Magic is a project you gotta listen to. My name is Sam Danny, let's get out of here.
Welcome back to Take 3. We're back just like we never left. And it is time for us to have a conversation that, is very, very timely at this time. Now, Afrobeats has taken the world by storm. But lately, some critics and artists argue the genre is losing its depth, saying it is now more about virality than content. With claims of oversaturation and fading song longevity, conversations around Afrobeats direction debate. So let's explore these tension with music executive Theresa Umo. Hi, Theresa.
Good to have you join us.
Thank you for having Thank you for being our best guest on Take 3.
Oh my goodness.
That's really, let me take a moment to take that.
Okay, breathe in, girl.
We just had a heated conversation, about the Grammys. I know nominations are dropping soon.
Yes.
But this country album, how it's split now between contemporary and, you must have heard.
And contemporary and traditional.
What did you think? Ridiculous or what? Because I'm a bit upset.
To be honest, there are many things to say about this, right? First of all, let it be like that for everybody.
Okay.
A time will come, okay, there's so many things to say. So first of all, I would say we do not necessarily blame the Grammys because they have to, this is literally what they're trying to do, to recognize people that put in the work, right? So as long as you put in the work, regardless of your tribe, your race, your color, your language that you speak, you have to be recognized, right? Now, based on this, right, a time will come where a white man would probably win an award for best Afrobeat song. And nobody should be angry. Why? Because he put in the work. So why people are angry that Beyonce, a black person, I'm not particularly sure. Was the album a country album? Yes or no? It was. She put in the work. And so she should be rewarded, for her efforts.
I guess our concern is the timing. Because before Beyonce, I'm sure there were black people who, have tried to put out country.
Well, media says she's the first black person
to win.
And again, if the scripts are flipped, right, and a white person wins I stand corrected, but if we check records, a white person has actually won best reggae song or best reggae album. So why wasn't enough noise made about that? So this is going to happen, genres are going to be exported out of the countries of their origin, which is, we're going to talk about Afrobeat today.
Right.
Yes, so there are a lot of white people that are creating Afrobeat as if their grandfather was Fela. So I'm not shocked about it. I am not excited about it.
Right.
It's just clear that things are moving differently now in the industry.
I agree. And we welcome it. We welcome it.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Afrobeats, and Afrobeats to the world, right? Because we're on fire right now. We're celebrating everyone, young and old. But there's this talk about it being oversaturated, that not only that, say virality more than the content, because our attention span is so short. What do you make of this era?
It is not a lie, right?
Okay.
It is not a lie. However, the people that are saying this thing, they are saying this aspect, this is their perspective, this is what they are most focused on, right? It's a bit unfortunate that we have gradually moved from storytelling to vibe crafting.
But you don't like the vibes?
Vibe crafting.
I kind of like the vibes.
We've slowly moved vibe crafting.
Yes.
So what does that look like? We are not talking about...
you can say it.
So we're not talking about less depth in lyrics, more of repetitions, more of, lamba, we've taken borrowing some dissing from hip hop, it's just unfortunate things are not as original as it should be. I always like to say that when we look back at how Afrobeat actually started, it started as a means of communication, right? Means, in fact, a proper vehicle where we wanted to share a strong message about what we were going through in our society. I wish it's still that. Honestly, I wish that's still the case. However, there are still artists, really talented artists in our industry, in Nigeria, you know, that are making beautiful music seated on the Afrobeat genre and its different variations, you know. The problem is we are not paying attention to them. There's a lot of engineered virality, right? So now I'll give an example. I don't know if we've all noticed, but there are songs that, the songs that really do well, right? Like, it's mind-blowing, like you're literally tracing from where, you know. Those are songs that the virality wasn't engineered. Yes, effort was, like, things that were meant to be done were done. Was it a good product? Yes. Did the person put enough effort into creating this thing? When I'm talking about effort, I mean paying attention to the musicality of it, you know, the lyrics, you know, it's like a what's that word? Well-balanced meal. Yes. So you're consuming it and it feels like you're eating protein, carbohydrate, everything. Yes. It was a balanced diet, you know. So there are projects out like that. And when people listen to it, hey, people are receiving the heart that was created, you know, the heart that was used to create that project. And when people receive that heart, right, you make so much noise about it. You make so much noise about it because you know how it made you feel and you want others to feel that way. And so when other people see that, they feel they put in so much money into this thing. I will honestly say that it is not every song that is viral that has so much money spent on it. I'm not saying money is not spent, but there are songs that money is.
So do you think that, like, you know, the labels, executive, like the structured part of the industry, do you feel like that, like those are the people that play a role in what becomes viral? Or is it, did I say entirely the audience? You know, because we can't complain about oversaturation and lack of depth, and we are
pushing.
Exactly, who's pushing these depthless songs?
So everybody has a role to play. Everybody has a part to play. So the music execs, the DJs, the curators, you know, their role is to strategically place songs in front of you, right? So you're consuming it, like if it's not online, and because we have now agreed that everybody's eyes is on their device, right? We will find you there. So that is their job. That is their job. They will push it on radio, push it on TV, push it in supermarkets, you know, outdoors, like public places where songs are played loudly, are allowed to play loudly, you know. So that is our work, right? Now, it's important to say this, right? There's an extent to which money can push a song. If the audience does not accept it,
it's not going to work.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
So now you see the role that everybody plays. So if the audience accepts it, that's you know that yes. Now I don't tell artists to you know just create so you go use money. Put your heart into it.
Yes.
That is all I'm asking.
Be like on my leg sometimes.
Put your heart into it, and I will not lie. Sometimes it takes one person, just one person, to sense the heart content in your song, in whatever product you've created. And I'm talking about, and I say the word product strategically because there is also, I mean, if I'd like to just point it out that Grammy now nominates spoken word.
Yeah. So that's that one.
Yeah. So if you put your heart into your spoken word project, your spoken word piece, you know, somebody is going to identify that heart ingredient. Somebody is going to identify it, and by the time they identify it, like, you
know, when you say this now, I gotta be honest, my mind goes to Thames, because initially it seemed like Nigerians didn't consume music that was, you know, not Afrobeats, that was, it had to be dancing. But look at Thames, not only did Nigerians accept her, it's all on the global scene.
Exactly. So
I guess it's just the balance now, because like you said, you encourage artists to put in, you know, their heart into it. But you're thinking, would they like my heart, or should I give them Bang Bang Tutu?
See,
what if the heart is Bang Bang Tutu?
Exactly. And if that's chaos, and if your heart is chaos, me and you both know that there are people that actually like, I'm a baboon, I live in the zoo. you're thinking about it. But you know the person. Yeah.
I mean,
there are people that genuinely, that guy was just, as far as original,
that was his heart.
It was concerned, right? To him, that was his original, and people accepted him. And like I was watching a video and I was listening to. I was listening to Don Jazzy say that guy he's so audacious. Like our gentleman, his name has skipped my mind. He's so audacious. Like he recognized something in this guy.
Yeah.
He recognized something in this guy. Someone else recognized and made him, you know, have a hit song. Like he was featured on a. What was one of the good songs of last year? You know. So whatever your heart is. Come on.
So I'm going to break into that a little bit. One of Nigeria's Afrofusion artists, Omale, I mentioned him earlier when you were talking about Omale. He's in the news again. So we're going to watch this video and then we'll talk about it. Let's take a look at this, guys.
Has finished me. My eyes is finished. I would have never thought that the time would come when I'll begin to wear glasses. And not wear glasses. Crazy. Wear glasses to read, to watch the TV.
Just like we had there, right? He is saying that smoking cannabis has made him, you know, somebody who is probably going to start using glasses. What do you make of this? Because some people are of the opinion that this particular video is because he's trying to promote his album, that we're still waiting for when he's going to drop. Clarity of mind or something. Like some I even say, are you sure your mind is clear right now?
His eyes are not clear, that's for sure.
That's for sure. We're trying to make sure his mind is not clear.
But at some point, remember, it seemed like you couldn't get in the studio, right? Or, you know, musicians can't create music if, you know, their eyes not dirty. So, I don't know. Maybe that might be a trick to why we get a lot of Lamba music. I don't know.
Maybe what you're feeding on, actually, it shows in your music, right? What you're thinking about, your environment, what you're feeding on, whatever is your input, it will show in your output, you know, and what output as per your art. So, what do I make of it? I don't know.
Because we keep saying Afro depression musician, but you know.
See, somebody somewhere who is good at marketing gave the name Afro depression. Now collected it.
Yes, he's always working towards it.
I've never used it in any of my communication. You know, Afro depression. I've as long as it is not recognized by the Grammys as a genre, I don't think it's fair to talk about.
This is a wonderful suggestion. You should put it, since you're all about creating new categories, please give us an Afro depression.
Get this one out.
Remember,
so Omale has something.
It'll be in 3 years. But this has been such a fantastic show. Thank you so much, Ms. Executive Barrister, for joining us on this one.
Love having you.
Have some other time to review maybe albums of the year.
I will love.
Because we're going to have to break that down.
Or when the Grammys finally gives us the nominees.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to that as well.
It's been a great year in music.
Yeah.
But of course, thank you for being a part of Take 3, the second edition. Can I call it that?
Yes.
Of course, we'll be back at same time tomorrow, 4 p.m. to bring you the gossip and all that's popping entertainment all around the world. My name is Sam Dandy on behalf of the gorgeous women on set. As the only man, let me say bye-bye for them. Mwah.